So today's Sunday, March 5th, 2017, and I just picked up a 1983 CJ7. So this is an old Jeep. It's 34 years old, and this one was in pretty good condition, but it's got a lot of work to do to it. So bought it from a guy over in Douglasville, real nice guy, and I'm hoping to take it and spend the next 6 months, year, maybe 2 years working on it, fixing it up little by little. So I want to start out and show you guys the good and the bad. So there's a little bit of both, probably more on the bad side than the good, but that's the way it works with these old Jeeps. So starting out with the front end, that chrome bumper I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a real big fan of chrome at all. I want to basically eliminate the chrome on the Jeep and make it kind of black and red as the theme. So the chrome bumper will be coming off, and I'm going to take that chrome grille off. I think it's just a grille cover. Fenders are in pretty good shape. The hood's in good shape. The cowling, there's a little bit of surface rust around the windshield and the windshield frame, and the windshield probably needs to be replaced too, because it's got the the 34-year-old fog on it. Let me see if I can show that to you. You can see some of that fog on there, and it's got a little spider crack in the windshield as well. So definitely needs new fender flares. These are probably the original ones. Side marker light there's cracked. I'll be replacing that. Wheels and tires are okay for now. I like the tires. They're 33 1250 BF Goodrich tires, all terrains. Wheels just need to be polished up a little bit, but they're gonna do for now. Probably replace these mirrors as well. They look pretty beat up, and the other one on the other side's got some tape on it, and they're just they look kind of possibly original as well. New windshield seal on the bottom there below the wipers, and then the cowl plate there. Again, I'm going to replace that probably with a black. On the back end, you've got those little bumperettes, as they call them. Those will be coming off, and I'll be getting a new rear bumper for that. I read mixed reviews on putting a spare tire that big, a 33-inch spare tire, on the factory tire carrier. So I may look into a bumper that holds the tire as well, but for right now, that seems to be holding up fine. Same thing on this side. Everything's in pretty good shape over here. I'm going to take these Laredo stickers off there if I can. I'm going to have to heat those up with like a blow dryer and just work on those. Same thing with these Laredo stickers on the hood. This is not a Laredo model Jeep, so somebody put those on there, and they're obviously faded and kind of wearing out anyway. So I'm going to see if I can get those off without damaging the paint using a blow dryer and some of that like some bug and tar remover. When I get done with taking the stickers off, I'm definitely going to just put a good coat of wax on the Jeep, buff it out. I think I don't think it's the greatest paint job in the world. The hood and the rest of it are a little bit different color as well. But I think just putting some wax on it will buy me some time to a new paint job down the road. So now here's where we have some issues that we have to address. So we've got some rust on the floor. Now this is the passenger side floor, and it's not bad. It's I think all this is just surface rust. I'll be able to wire wheel this out and clean that up, and my ultimate plan is to spray this inside with Line-X, but I've got to address these rust spots first. So that one I think is just some labor. Now back here behind the seat where the roll bar mounts, you've got a hole there. So that's got to be taken off. I'm going to have to take the roll bar off, and I'm going to have to address that with a patch panel and get a buddy of mine to help me weld that in. The other side is the same way, and I'll show you that in a second. Driver's side floorboard's a different story. This is certainly something that's going to have to be fixed. I'm probably going to end up putting a patch panel in here. It's just too many holes, and it really has it's just too thin, I think, to salvage. So that's probably going to have to be repaired. Got some wires hanging down. I'll zip tie those up, and I'll show you the back behind the front seat. Behind the front seat, same spot where the roll bar connects to the body, you've got some rot there that we've got to address and take care of. So that's probably going to be patch panel number 3. So the 2 areas where the roll bars mount need some work, need some body work, and then this front floorboard needs some work as well. So the rest of it looks pretty sandable, pretty salvageable. Tailgate looks to be in pretty good condition, and this back floor area is also real nice. So no major issues here. A couple of holes that I may fill in, but this just needs to be cleaned up a little bit and shouldn't be a problem at all. So under the hood we have the classic 258 straight 6 cylinder motor. This is a pretty common motor that we find in Jeeps. Real torquey motor, and I like the motor. I don't plan on changing the motor or anything like that, but obviously this one needs some work. Looks like I've got some leaks around the carburetor there. The intake, or I'm sorry, the exhaust gasket probably needs to be replaced. There's a little bit of a ticking there, and valve cover gasket for sure. I'm also getting some blowback here from the PCV valve. I'm not sure what's causing that, and got some radiator leakage there. So, you know, normal work that you're going to have to do on an old motor like this. But my short-term plan is to not rebuild the motor if I can avoid it. So it's got the 4-speed manual transmission and the Dana 300 transfer case. All those are pretty solid components. They feel pretty good. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the Jeep and the condition that it's in, and you know, I'm kind of starting to go through it and get more familiar with it. Right now I am just kind of messing around with that front grille and trying to take off that chrome cover to see what's underneath. So not a big fan of the way the chrome grills look in that big chrome bumper on an older Jeep. I don't know, just personal preference. I don't like that, those chrome pieces. But anyways, priority number 1 is obviously mechanical, and making sure that I'm mechanically sound, and also addressing the rust on the floorboard. So plan to do that here in the next couple of weeks to couple of months. I'm not in any hurry with this project, and I kind of want to be able to drive the Jeep around, have some fun with it as I work on it. So I will post regular updates on my YouTube channel, so check back and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.